everyone, in this video I'm reacting to a rail fanning video by ARRJ Trains. So let's get started here. Sunny day rail fanning. I really love the music. And the air horns. And here comes the intermodal containers. Again, I love the music here. It must be fun spotting with other rail fanners. Maybe one day, instead of airports or fire buffing, maybe I should take a trip to a train station. So that was an excellent intro. Again, love the music and the compilation. 8104. Nice, like the air horn. And the waving flag on the livery. See, those are hoppers, I believe. Followed by tank cars. And more hoppers. Nice. This always amazes me how long they are. And the boxcar I recognize. And the ballast underneath the tracks, or next to it. This is a nice angle. So this was taken February 5th, 2022. I was a month into student teaching. And I'll be going back next Monday to student teach my final semester. That one looks really rusty. Can't help but notice all the graffiti too on these hoppers. I like the train sounds, just the classic train railroading sounds. Center beam, I believe. The reason I know all the different freight cars is because I taught the railroading merit. It's like I'm not even an expert at trains, but I taught the railroading merit and learned a whole lot. That's on YouTube if anyone's interested. Talking about Royal Rangers, we were going to camp in Cherry Valley in June 11th, I believe. And we passed by a lot of trains, and it's like, oh, finally, I hardly get to see trains. So I got on the camera. I told the person driving us, I hope you don't mind. He said it's okay. So that's on YouTube and TikTok, and I hope to get more train videos. I almost got a surf liner, but it came literally out of nowhere. And I just didn't have time. Besides, I had the C-set on my mind. I was in Anaheim and I had to take a C-set. Oh, this is a very, 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 very long train. I had to take the C-set in Anaheim, and there's like a train that popped out of nowhere, so right after we parked. But I was too worried about this C-set. C-set, something teachers have to take to prove that they're knowledgeable about the content area, so I was taking math subtest 2. So that's all geometry and statistics, I believe. Yeah, statistics too. Somehow by miracle I passed. I don't know how, but I passed. It's like, I know math, but what they ask is something else. And concluding with more hoppers, it looks like. Since I'm not the expert, I could be wrong on a couple of these, but those look like hoppers. Oh, this sounds like almost like helicopters approaching, or a stampede. That was neat. Nice, you got the ferromechs in between the BNSF ones. So. More intermodal containers and well cars. This is a nice angle right here. I always think it's neat to have an angle where it shows more people, or at least one person also filming. So it says, or it shows it's a very popular sport here. A lot of United Parcel Services containers. So. That's what intermodal means, like multiple modes. That's how, or multiple modes of travel, or transporting goods from one to another. So there's UPS and FedEx. UPS and FedEx cargo planes. They take off at John Wayne Airport and LAX all the time, and Ontario and such. I see them almost every day. So first they're in the containers, then they could go to the planes, then they could go by ship. So in fact, early last year there were tons and tons of cargo ships just hanging out in the Pacific Ocean outside of Newport Beach, Huntington Beach. And it's like I've never seen anything like that before. It was neat. Oh, of course, these hook up to the back of semi-trucks and travel that way too. So by rail, by trucks, by planes, by ship and such. Very neat system. So here we have two in the foreground, two fellow rail fanners. It's neat showing that. It's like behind the scenes almost. Well, for them, this is behind the scenes. Nice. You got closer. Look like I got a picture there. Let's see. What are those auto racks, I believe? Yeah, it just took a second. So. Yeah, maybe one day. I don't know when. I don't know how far or close in the future. Maybe one day I'll do this, and it'd be neat to see these up close like this. I only have like 3 rail fanning videos in my entire channel because I hardly see them. I'm all the way over here in Costa Mesa, Newport Beach, so yeah, not that far, but relatively speaking. Even they can't escape the graffiti, it looks like, just to say. And this one's coming the other way. Hey, nice, looks like you got a contrail up there, a plane. Nice. Anyway, that's the plane spotter in me. I noticed those things. The air horns of freight trains. I like those of steam trains as well. You know, the classic steam trains. So these are neat looking freight cars. Wow. Now that sounds like a steam train almost. Very neat. Okay, now I'm taken back to Knott's Berry Farm. It's been over a decade since I've got the pleasure to go to Knott's Berry Farm. It's my 15th birthday. And I rode, I think it's called the Calico train ride. Not the mine ride, but where you go into an actual train, almost get robbed. Well, that's just for a show. A convention of orange intermodal containers. You know, this reminds me of Art 2 class at Ensign Intermediate School when I took Art 2 half my life ago, and we learned about 1-point perspective, 2 points perspective. So, and a common example in real life are trains. So you could see the point back there that all the lines go to. Very neat. Art is almost like a science. I think it is in some regards. I've heard it talked about as a science. The same thing right here. If you were to draw a panorama, kind of, this could be 2-point perspective in a way. But we did like a city street corner that we drew. Fun class. All the lines go to a single point, otherwise some of the intermodal containers would be crooked or something. This is really, really short. A short train, that's neat. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. No, 5. 6. Well, I wasn't looking clearly. I got 6 of them. When they're all grouped together like that. I like how you zoomed in there. You got the mountains and some distant cars there. Very nice. This is a really, really empty one right here. I wonder what a life of a railroader is like. People that work for trains, not just driving them, but loading them, going back and forth all day. Loading and unloading. Okay, now these are the type of containers that I saw on the way to Cherry Valley. I recognize a couple of the brands, or whatchamacallit. Again, I'm not an expert at rail fanning, but I still like seeing and capturing trains nonetheless here and there. Yeah, as a plane spotter, I could like tell the different Boeings and Airbuses and all that. I mean, not like other people that could really tell the difference between different Boeing 737s, for example, but just the basics, like a 757 versus a 767. I was able to train my eye for those, so. Or an A350 versus a 787, for example. Very nice catch. Nice, I like that. I liked how you panned around, keeping the front of the train in the center of the shot. I like that. I bet those are the, like earlier when I said those are a lot of empty cars, I think these are the cars. They just loaded all these tractor trailers on top of them, or intermodal containers. Or FedEx and such. So. That's neat, panning to the left and the train going to the right. Now driving shots. And neat cloud formations. Reminds me of one night going home from San Diego, and it was at nighttime back in 2007, and there was like a train coming by with a big light and all that. Well, this is a really neat shot. I got 2 of them. Nice. More hoppers, more intermodal containers. Very outstanding, very phenomenal. And now the outro. This is neat, having a train go one way and the other one going the other way. So I like the palm trees there. Lets you know that you're probably in California or some tropical state. Surfliner. See, that's the type of train that I missed. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. We have just gotten to that C-set parking garage in Anaheim. Had no idea there was actually a train tracks right behind the parking garage. Nice, got a young railfanner there. Must be neat to be at a train station as well. I mean, where you guys were in the beginning of the video, or all throughout the video, is a very neat location too. Amtrak. Wow, very phenomenal job. I enjoyed that. Excellent catches. Keep up the excellent work. I'll leave a link to the original video in the description below. Have a nice day.